in just 16 days, Atlanta will play host to Super Bowl 53, putting Mercedes-Benz Stadium at the center of the world's attention. And each week, our On Your Radar segment breaks down big issues that sometimes date back decades. Today, our Naima Abdullahi is exploring the city's promise to spend millions to revitalize the West Side neighborhoods around the stadium.
It's a $1 billion stadium.
There are light-up shoes, backpacks, toothbrushes, and also light-up sippy cups. But one mother says the cups aren't safe and says one exploded moments before she handed it to her son. Morgan Boydson from our sister station in Boise has the story.
A shocking explosion.
Here's a look at the top 3 things you need to know before heading out the door this morning. Coming in at number 1, thousands of migrant children still separated from their family. The information coming from a new government report by the Health and Human Service Inspector General's office. The agency previously said that 2,700 children were in its care, but thousands more may have been separated beginning in the summer of 2017. That was before the formal announcement of the zero tolerance policy. The final number is unknown. The report only says thousands. And coming in at number 2, Marching for Life. This afternoon, thousands will rally on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. and march to the U.S. Supreme Court building. The pro-life group calling on lawmakers to end abortions. Both House Democrats and Republicans are planning to speak at a series of events and speeches throughout the day. And coming in at number 3, not guilty. That's the verdict handed down for 3 Chicago police officers accused of covering up the shooting death of Laquan McDonald. The judge saying the evidence did not indicate the officers conspired to hide any details in the case that would incriminate Officer Jason Van Dyke, the officer convicted of the shooting. Officer Van Dyke was convicted in October on second-degree murder and 16 counts of aggravated battery. His sentencing is set for later today. We'll be right back. An argument turns violent, leaving a teenage boy dead. The 17-year-old was shot and killed outside a Clayton County apartment complex late last night. Investigators believe the victim may have gotten into an argument with someone on Sherwood Drive before he was shot and killed. Authorities were able to identify him, but have not released his name at this time. Now they're working to track down the shooter. That's just one of the top stories we're following this Friday morning.
Terror threats. A former Duluth police officer finds himself on the other side of the law, charged with making terroristic threats. Police arresting Kerry McNaughton in his Beaufort home Monday after authorities were called for a domestic disturbance. According to the department, police arrested McNaughton on a felony charge of making terroristic threats during the dispute. McNaughton was placed on administrative leave before being fired.
Well, this week there's a new concept in town. A mall in Plano, Texas is now allowing people to drink alcohol while they shop. I like it. Welcome back to Morning Rush, folks. It is time for the AC, your one-stop shop for all things entertainment news going down in Georgia. And we are kicking off with a warm-hearted story with Mr. Atlanta himself, surprising the students at Ron Clark Academy. And that is your Rush Block. The time now is 5:06. Jumping on the midnight train to Georgia. 7-time Grammy winner Gladys Knight will open the Super Bowl 53 singing the national anthem. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about the game's performers, and naturally, a lot of you are talking about this. So, Liza Lucas, you're at the bridge tracking the reaction this morning, and I would imagine it's a little mixed. And dance fans, this one is for you. A choreographer to the stars like Beyonce and is that a dance? Gosh, a choreographer to the stars like Beyonce and Mariah Carey is opening a studio right here in the A, and he's dancing like this, and I think Crash is going to the party. Yeah, so this Sunday.